Hey everyone, this is Trader AG and welcome to a Ethereum analysis late at night for me because I have nothing else to do right now. So I said, okay, let me record a video about a coin that has been doing nothing but bad for the last 2 years. And now, for the first time in a long time, we have seen a big sign of strength in May, and now we are seeing another sign of strength on the chart as well. So I have a good idea about what this chart could do. So I'm gonna show you my game plan, and hopefully at the end of this video, at the end of this 15-20 minutes, you'll have a good game plan as well. And I'm gonna quickly analyze Solana after this as well, because again, I have literally nothing to do right now. So what are we looking at here? I think the biggest thing that we should remember is that I shared that we had this major value area from 2024 and 2025 that we were trying to penetrate, but we couldn't for the longest time. So if I just pull the value area from the January 1st, 2024, as we can see, we tested this level so many times. We tested it on the 1st and the 13th of May, and then we tested it here, tested it here, tested it here, and finally we broke through. And the biggest reason why this was a big sign of strength on the chart is we didn't just go and push above that level, we actually closed a candle above all of these highs as well, which is something that we weren't able to do on the previous candles. So that's why this was a big sign of strength on the chart. But just because it's a big sign of strength on the chart and just because we might actually push higher for the first time here doesn't mean that I will be looking to long the chart straight away. I think there are great levels to look out for, and I think I have a good plan to share with you as well. So I'm going to be talking through TPO, I'm going to talk through ranges, order flow, and everything else that I'm interested in. If you want to know about these things and if you want to learn about these things, join the tag team. We have a great education there teaching you about ranges, XO charts, order flow, tools and indicators that I love to use on TradingView. So if you're interested in the education side, join the tag team. It's the best place to be. Now, back to the charts. I think the biggest thing here is that we are above the biggest resistance zone on the chart. And we are not just above it, we have closed a day here as well. So we have seen acceptance in this zone. I think the biggest question we had here was, after seeing this much strength on the chart, are we going to just fall down? Right? Are we just going to see this strength and then we're going to have a bar formation pushing down lower on the chart? And funny enough, we were seeing a lot of people on Twitter as well, like big accounts telling people that, I have limit orders sitting on the chart at $1,900, like have positions like this. And it was quite funny because, like, dude, if price comes down to $2,000, like $1,800, we've just annihilated all of the move that we had in May, and you're telling me that you're going to be long in the market here. Like, I don't want to bash people on here as well, but that's questionable TA on people's side when you see people saying that if we see a BART formation, I'm gonna buy here. So that's why I kept telling you, like in the long ass tweet I had on Twitter as well. I've told you, like, the only bullish situation that we have here is if we actually hold on to this zone right here, because that would be the sign of strength that we need. Like, we need Bitcoin to push lower, right? I told it here as well. I'll wait for Bitcoin to push lower while Ethereum hold above the VWAP. If we get that set up, I'll invest not just in ETH, but across its entire ecosystem. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. Like, this is a big sign of strength. If anyone is on Twitter telling you that just wait for $2,000 to be hit before buying, remember that if we come down here, there is no bullish momentum anymore. There is no sign of strength on the chart. That's why it's good to remember that right now we are actually seeing signs of strength on the chart, and we should follow up with continuation on the chart. So for me, a big level that I have on my chart right now is this daily NPOC level sitting at 2,745. I think, can we bounce from this zone right here? Yes, obviously, but I'm more interested in this zone right now. It's not just a volume point of control, but it's also a time point of control, a time high value node coming from XO charts as well. If I open up the TPO profile from Ethereum, you'll see that the zone that we have here is the time point of control from yesterday, coming in at 2,738, and also it's the zone that has the most volume here as well. So this is a crucial level on the chart. And I think you can say the same thing about this zone here as well. This is the volume and time point of control sitting at 2,792. But for me, I can't justify buying here before seeing a sweep on the chart. Because in most cases, if you're going to buy the chart here, the chances are you're going to put your stop loss below this low, which for me, I don't want to do it because we have a great level sitting below that level as well. So for me, the best level comes in here, and I think it aligns with what Bitcoin is doing right now really well as well. If Bitcoin is pushing lower on the chart and you see a big move down, a liquidation run for a couple hours, this could easily reach the zone that we are looking for on the chart here. And you might say, well, AG, why are you not looking for lower on the chart? Why not the value area low or the point of control of this range, right? So because another narrative that you might be running into on Twitter as well is that we can buy the chart at the point of control, which comes in at 2,540 or 2,629 or 2,467. And the reason I'm not that interested at these levels is simply because we spend the whole month here, right? And price pushes higher based on momentum and based on big players joining the market through the levels that they're interested in. So if we know that these levels are the levels that big players have joined the market in, what's the point of testing it once again? Right? So if this is the zone that we're looking for on the chart where big players joined in, they had a whole month to accumulate this chart. If price comes down at these levels again, like who are we accumulating? Like who is joining the market? Like if they would have joined, they would have joined already. So that's why I think I have two scenarios that make sense for me, and I think the one that initially I talked about, the daily MPOC bounce from this zone here, makes the most sense. But it's good to remember that the price doesn't depend or like move based on my own preference. It moves based on its own mind. So if price is hitting these levels and there is no sign of strength on the chart here and price comes down lower, I personally will not be a buyer in this zone. Simply because if there were buyers here, they've already bought, right? Always think of it like this. These charts that have not been going higher for such a long time, the way they go higher is by accumulating fuel. So if price is pushing higher right now, it means that it actually has found fuel in this zone. So if the price comes back down at these low zones, like the fuel has already been filled in, it means that there is no more fuel in this zone. And for me, what that would mean is if price gets acceptance back below this value area high that sits at 2,664 or 65, I'd like to see a sweep of these lows. And I'm not sure how much I would be interested at that point on the chart, but I'd like to see this. Because if the fuel was here and they had a whole month to fill their fuel and price pushed higher, but now we're seeing a move back down, I wouldn't look at the same zone for the same fuel. I'd rather look for a sweep of these lows, because the chances are that there must be different big players who were now left behind, who had positions, who had limit orders sitting at these zones right here. So that's why I'm either interested in a continuation here or I'm interested in a full sweep of these zones, because I don't think there is anyone who were interested in this zone that did not get filled. Like they had a whole month to be filling their positions. So that is how I always think about these markets. So if price comes down here today, tomorrow, from again, think of this like a zone as well. Like it's not just this specific level, it's 2,745 down to 2,700, you could say. So this zone right here, if it comes in tonight, if it comes in tomorrow, what you should look out for. I think this is really crucial. You don't want to be entering the market blindly. What I will be looking for here is if price comes down and takes these lows here, I will be looking for CVD divergences from these lows up to here, and I want volume to increase here as well. You don't want to move where there is really low volume here, because if there is low volume, so if you're seeing open interest decreasing here and volume is increasing, delta is really low, it just means that the chances of an elongated range here increases. You want high volume, you want people to get stopped out, you want people to get filled here. So that's why I will be looking for divergences on the chart, and I will be looking for open interest increase when those levels comes in. So if I open up the chart of this one, this is what I'm looking for on the chart here. So I want open interest increase as price comes down to this $2,740 level, and I want CVD to make new lows on the chart, right? I want CVD to push lower below this level right here. If I saw these signs, I am more than willing to enter the market at these levels as a continuation long, because at that point, I'm going to talk about it now as well, but the upside is pretty good. I don't think we have much resistance levels above us, and that's a really good thing for the chart that has seen so much weakness over the last 2 years, right, compared to other charts. So I think the main resistance level that we have left on the chart is a daily level that sits right here. I'm going to quickly mark that for you. So the daily level that comes from the 3rd of February is just coming like a couple dollars above the price as we speak. So that is kind of the only resistance level that we have on the chart that is important. I think the other one here comes in at here, which is the 2024-2025 point of control, coming in at $3,300. So that is a great risk-reward ratio trade if price comes down to the level that we talked about and actually sees some signs of strength on the chart, right? So if you put your stop loss below this low right here and you're aiming for that level as your main target, like your final target here, that's a 6.64 risk-reward ratio trade. And you might even make it like this, just so if you see a volatile move that comes in like this, you're still good on the chart, right? So that is the low zone I'm interested in on the chart right now. And when I say I'm interested in this zone, if price pushes higher from here, I'm still interested in that zone only, for now at least, right? So if you see, let's say price pushes higher here and is able to go above this high and comes in, takes this high, hits the daily level, we are rolling around here, you don't have to ask me where I'm interested. I'm still interested in the same level. I'm still looking for those Wednesday lows to be taken out and then potential and move higher on the chart. So that is the only zone I'm actually interested in on the chart. And if this doesn't happen, if we don't get a continuation long, there is no sign of strength on the chart, just not my cup of tea, these levels, right? I've explained to you now why, and yeah, that is how I'm looking at. And for resistance levels, as I told you, I don't think there's any major resistance level that I'm interested in at this zone, not because there is not many, but also because we are coming off a 1 month of consolidation on the chart. When you see a 1 month of consolidation like here, like here, like here, and this is only like 2 weeks, you don't want to just short the initial move, because usually this is when things get volatile, if it's going to get volatile, right? So you see moves like this where, let's say, I hope so, at least we test this zone, and then price pushes like this for a couple days straight. And you don't want to be the liquidity if price decides to push higher here. Just make sure that you're chill with your short positions. You don't try to take shorts at every level. I know this has been a coin that showed major levels of weakness for the majority of the year, but this time kind of looks different. I don't want to say that, but this time kind of looks different. So that is what I'm looking for on the chart right now. One more important thing as a thesis on why I'm thinking that we might get a continuation rather than a reversal here is because we don't actually have much weak lows on the chart. So if I open up the XO charts once again, and I open up my session point of controls here, again, if you want these profiles, which are extremely good, by the way, if you want them, join tag team, they're all in there. I share all of my templates on there. And as you can see, like every low that we put in has a buying tail, and buying tail basically represents excess on the chart. So there has been limit positions that have been filled here. That's why we just like hit those levels and we didn't spend any other 30-minute candles on there. So that kind of acts like a trampoline, right? So you want those lows to be like trampolines where price comes down, hits the level, and finds positions and find longs instantly. And that's usually a great sign of strength on the chart. And that's why we can see, I can go back on the chart down to 2,480. You can see every low has a buying tail, right? This one as well. I think this is a lower one. Yeah, like a buying tail here, buying tail here, buying tail here, buying tail, buying tail, buying tail, buying tail, buying. Like this just means that people have been interested in these positions. And you might say, well, if we have a buying tail right now at this level, can't the price just come down, hit this volume level, and just go higher? Yeah, it can. I'd just be sidelined, right? It's that simple. I'm never claiming that the price has to come down here or the price has to react from this level. It's just a level that I'm interested in. And it will be the level that I'm interested in if price pushes higher now and then test the level in maybe tomorrow or maybe Friday, right? Like this, I'm still interested in that same level. So that is my Ethereum analysis. I hope you enjoy it. If you genuinely like these analysis, I know it's like less rushed and there is not much attention grabbing things, but if you like these things, leave a like. I like making them. I really have nothing to do right now, so I said let me go on YouTube. You guys have shown me a lot of love on the last two videos. Both have been 1 out of 10. So thank you so much for that one as well. And let me quickly analyze Solana for you as well, because we are seeing something that is really interesting on that one too. It's quite similar to what we have seen on Ethereum a couple of weeks ago. And what I mean by that is that this chart, the thing to remember about this chart is that we have obviously cleared the lows that were crucial to the chart. These were the lows from April, August, and September, and we came down, took the lows, and not just took the lows, but we took the $100 liquidity here as well. So that is crucial to the chart. And for me, what is even more crucial is that we didn't just take the liquidity from $100, but then had a beautiful backtest 5 days ago as well. And if I open up the volume profile here, you'll see the same thing that I've seen here as well, which is that we had the beautiful point of control retest from, basically 2024 yearly open. So that is so good as a chart signal. And the reason I'm saying it's really good is because when these point of control levels are being hit and you see price kind of like stagnating around here and like just doing this, it means that the price is not sure where to go. But if you're seeing that level being hit and instantly getting bought back, it just means there are buyers at these levels. And the biggest reason why there are buyers here is simply because Bitcoin is sitting at $110,000. And people who made money from their long positions from maybe 60K up to 100K are now looking for those other coins that will make them more money. And I think Solana is one of them that people will instantly go to once they're out of their Bitcoin positions. And it might be happening right now as we speak as well. So that is really crucial to remember. And I'm saying these things because it means that we have great lows on the chart, right? We have a great yearly low and we have a great monthly low on the chart as well. So what does that mean for locally? Well, for me, locally, if I open up the value area chart right now, you'll see the same thing I'm seeing on the chart as well, which looks extremely similar to what we have seen on Ethereum, which is that price came in, and if I open up the value areas here, and boom, you'll see that price came in, tested these value area highs here, and if I just do it a bit more like this, and I scroll this slightly more like this, you'll see that the price came in, tested these levels, I think 3 or 4 times now at this point, and now we are seeing a rejection. And for me, when I see a great low on the chart that is being put in, and I'm seeing a great structure on the chart as well, what I usually think of about these moves is that price came in, tested these levels, but it just wasn't able to find the fuel it needed to go higher. So the question that we should ask ourselves is, where is the fuel? Well, I think the fuel is where the volume is, obviously. So where could be the volume? Well, volume could be below these lows, right? Whoever long the market at these levels have probably now been stopped out, and that could be the fuel that provided us for push higher now. Like literally, as we're speaking right now, this could be the weekly low. Who knows? I'm sorry, like the daily low. But what I'm thinking is, because Bitcoin is still pushing lower, right? I'm going to quickly check on my phone where Bitcoin is sitting at. Yeah, so because Bitcoin is still pushing lower, I like the idea of this pushing a bit lower on the chart as well. And I think I specifically like this anchored VWAP a lot. This is the volume weighted average price. As we said, volume is where people are. And not just the volume is here, but it also comes in at the exact level where we have seen the base of this move as well. And as you know, and if you've been in the game long enough, you would know this as well as I do as well, that once a price sees a push like this, a single 30-minute candle push to the higher, and we are seeing acceptance at these levels, this gets invalidated really easily. And people look at that and people think it's bearish, but for me, it provides us a great buying opportunity on the chart. So if price fully reverses this zone, I think a lot of people will get bearish here and will be nervous to buy the chart here. But for me, if anchored VWAP pushes a bit higher here overnight and price comes down and tests this base level right here that we have, I think this is a beautiful opportunity to look for long positions on the chart right here. Simply because we have a great yearly high, we have a great we have a great yearly low, we have a great monthly low on the chart. So if that is the case, I don't want new lows to be made, right? Simply because technically lower is less likely. Again, it could happen, just like we talked about. It could happen, but it's not the most likely outcome as we speak right now. I just think that right now we didn't have enough fuel to push higher on the chart. So where do we find the fuel? Where the volume is. So volume is at the volume weighted average price, and if the price comes down here and we see clear signs of strength on the chart, right? You want the volume to increase here. Again, it sounds basic, but you'd be surprised how many people don't know about this. When the price hits these levels and you're looking for fuel, you want volume, like you want volume to increase. So here I'll be looking for open interest increase, I'll be looking for high delta, high volume, and if I see those signs and if I see some CVD divergences on the chart, maybe from these lows right here, right, or from the overall low that we have, if I see those signs on the chart, I am more than willing to get a long position on the chart as well. Don't forget, these are all positions that I'm interested in if I see the correct conditions. If the price comes down here and there is no volume, the volume is dying, open interest is decreasing, not my cup of tea, right? It's just not good. But if I see price coming down there and we see great volume, I don't see a reason why not we shouldn't push up to the point of control that we have right here initially, and then even higher on the chart that could come in as high as $200 on the chart as well. The reason you can have this position and have this stop loss wide is simply because your upside is kind of unlimited. I'm not going to say unlimited because it's an altcoin. It could literally go to zero next year. But at the same time, it's Solana, right? Like a lot of the altcoins are on this thing, and it looks better than many other things that I don't even fucking know about, like other altcoins. So that's why it's a good chart. You can even, like, if you're playing the long game, I think you can even put your stop loss below the monthly low that we have, because if we see an acceptance below the monthly low here, I believe that we go to 120 around that zone, and you don't want to hold a position for that long. So I think this is a great position to think about on Solana. It gives you a 3.66 risk reward ratio trade. If you're risking $1,000 here, you're gonna get back $3,666, and you might have to take profit before that as well, so that will cut your profits a bit, but you get the point. This is the zone I'm interested in. Have this anchored VWAP. If you don't know how to have the anchored VWAP, I'm not gonna even say go to the tag team, because literally, dude, it's here, right? Just press this low right here. It's up there. So that is the point of this video. So yeah, Bitcoin is pushing lower still, and yeah, maybe it gets these lows here as well, hits the session MPOC level, has a reaction from this zone, and we see the same thing for Ethereum in the zone as well. I think everything will depend on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is reacting from the zone I talked about, from the tweet that I've had early in the day, I'm going to show that to you quickly as well, just so you're aware of that one. I need to change this one to 4. Let's quickly refresh this page to show you what level I'm interested in on Bitcoin. And when Bitcoin reaches that zone, if either Solana or Ethereum hits that zone I just shared it with you, I am looking for long positions on that zone. I hope I'm not sleeping when this happens, because it's 10 p.m. here now, so I want to kind of sleep at the same time as well. But yeah, so this zone right here, you can see it as well. There is a big time high volume node, it's a big bulk here, and also we have the volume high value node here as well. So that is a zone that I'm quite interested in on Bitcoin. So yeah, that is my analysis. I hope you like these things. If you enjoy these things, and if you want to contribute to this, and if you want to have more of these things, join the Bybit, right? That's something that I love people to do, because again, it's something that I'm thankful for people that on the team of Bybit, that they helped me become their partner. So I really like that they've shown their support, and if you show your support to me on here as well by joining Bybit with the link that I have, I would really, really appreciate it. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye bye.